in my 4th year of political science. This is my last semester, so about to graduate. And then after that, I'll be going to the U of A for the education after degree. So I want to teach high school social studies in English. My very first night, we moved my stuff in, my dad and I, into residence. And I met my roommate and stuff, and we started talking. I was like, hey, I have a friend from Edson who lives down the hall. And we went over there and started hanging out with their roommates and stuff too. So within 2 or 3 hours of my dad leaving, I was, hanging out in a quad with a bunch of other people from residence. It was really sweet. It was a good experience. Edmonton's a lot bigger of a city and everything, and just for getting your bearings and stuff like that in first year, coming to residence and having university just right out my front door, that made such a huge difference that I didn't have to learn transit at a pace that I wasn't ready for. I could kind of ease in on my first year. And then when I eventually ended up moving out, I already had the skills that I needed and was a little bit more acquainted with Edmonton. The coolest thing that I remember is in my first year moving in and having all my friends in the same building. So every day, it would be hey, what are you doing, right? And you would just go downstairs or upstairs and, there would be all your friends all the time. I know a lot of them talked about it being harder to make friends and stuff like that. But residence gives you the opportunity, if you're willing to take it, to, get to know so many people and really kickstart your university experience well. I think the other thing too that I definitely took advantage of in my first year a lot is the ability to come back and have a nap in between classes. Now, if I have to go, take a nap on campus or something like that, there's that search to see if you can find a couch somewhere or something. Whereas in first year, I could just zip home, have a 20-minute nap, and head back to class. When I started as an RA here, we had, my co and I, a recurring program of, this waffle bar. So we would get waffle irons and make waffles for everyone on the floor and then host movies and stuff like that. And that was always super popular. We would have, half the floor coming out throughout the night to stop and eat, and people would bring toppings and stuff like that. I must have met 200 or 300 new people just working as an RA. It's pretty sweet. There's always something going on.